half tens facts. So if we have half of 10, well, that means we're not on the tens facts. We're on the 5, because 5 is half of 10. So our factor is 5, the special 5. 5 is special. Let's see what happens. To multiply any number by 5, multiply it by 10, and then divide the result in half. Oh yeah, because 5 is half of 10. Okay, here we go. We're going to try one out. 5 times 6. We're going to try and figure out this product using this strategy. Okay, what factor are we looking for? 5. Awesome. So what do we gotta do? Well, it says multiply it by 10. Oh, so let's look at it. There it is. We're going to take that 6. And what are we going to do with that 6? We don't want one group of 6. We don't want 5 groups of 6. We're going to bump it to 10 groups of 6. Okay? So instead of thinking about it as 5, we're going to bump it to 10. And we know from last time, in our last fact strategy, that 10 groups of 6 is the same as saying 6 tens. And we know 6 tens is the same as what number? That's the same as... Oh, let's draw the picture, shall we? Okay. So first, to get our 5 groups of 6, we're going to think of it as 10 groups of 6. So I'm going to right away outline 10 rows. 10 rows by 6 columns. There we go. I'm going to get that outlined. It's a pretty big chunk, isn't it? It's because we thought of it as 10, right? Okay. So we got our 10 groups of 6. They're here. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, right? 10 times. 10 rows of them. But we need to look for those 10s. Okay, so I'm going to look for those 10s. Okay, I see them. Do you? They're off to the side. They're on the column, right? So I'm going to take a look at one of those 10s so I can see it clearly. I'm going to see the next 10. How many 10s do I have? Oh, we said it earlier. Do you see them all? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 squares. So 6 10s is the same thing as 60. All these squares right here that we have outlined is 60 squares. Okay, but then it says multiply by 10 and then divide the result in half. Okay, so we need to take this and we need to chop it in half. We only want half of it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take off. It's so nice. This works out so perfectly, this line right here, because I can see I have 5 down here and 5 up here. So I'm going to cut this thing. Whoosh. I'm going to draw an X through this top half and know that this part down here is what I want, right? So we knew that this whole amount was 60. But now we chopped it in half. We cut the 60 up, right? We divided it into 2 parts. So now each part is worth how much? So how much is this worth? Well, 60 cut in half would be what? 30. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and try one more. So let's say we have 7 times 5. And we're trying to get that product. We see the factor of 5. Cha-ching! Using this strategy, what are we going to do with that 5 factor? We're going to bump it up to 10. So we're going to say instead of 7 times 5, we're going to think of it as 7 times 10. Okay? So now I'm going to have 7 rows. 7 rows. I get it going. 7 rows by 10 columns. Cha-ching. Bada bing. Bada boom. And I'm searching for those 10s. I want to see it as 10s, right? That makes it easier from our last strategy. So I'm shading in a 10. And I'm outlining the rest of the 10 so I can easily spot them. Oh, how many 10s are there? You got it. 7 of them. So we're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 7 10s is the same as 70. But now remember, with this strategy, we bumped the 5 factor to a 10. But now what do we have to do? We have to divide the result in half. So now I'm going to X out half of it. So should I do the same as last time and use this solid line to cut it in half? Would this solid line cut ours in half this time? No! Because our 10 is here, and here we see this time that vertical solid line has chopped it in half. Because I have 5 and 5. So now I'm going to X out this half. And now we don't have 70 because we've divided 70 into 2 parts. And each one of those parts is now worth, if you take 70, chop it into 2 parts. What are we at? 35. So we have our results as 35.